Hi everybody, it's Desiree again, and today we're going to be talking about employment contracts and proposals. These are really important because at the end of your job, it's what determines what your severance is going to be and also what your job requirements are going to be during your actual work time there. Now, even if you're not actually about to be employed with a new company, but you're a freelancer, that's where the proposal side of this comes in, and they're pretty much the same. Just if you're a freelancer, you're probably going to need a little bit more terms of agreement, and payment scheduling should probably be in there somewhere too, just so that if anybody doesn't pay you on time, which in this economy happens more and more, you want to have all of the details on late fees, when you can send them to collections, and so on and so forth, and just so that you're very clear and what the expectations are and what exactly you're definitely not going to be doing. And that's just important so that when the client comes back at the end of the project and they want more revisions or do a scope creep, which I don't think any project really ever goes without when you're in the interactive business, you just want to know that all of those bases are covered. So be sure in your proposal to include things like severance packages. We already talked about job requirements, but job requirements can be really specific if it's in a proposal. So you can actually say, don't be super broad, like saying SEO, because if you're doing a website, SEO, you may not be doing a whole year's worth of SEO that might not be necessary. You might just be doing the very basics, which is, coding the site properly and adding in some keywords and stuff like that. So you want to not leave it super broad, because that's where it's really going to hurt you later when they come back and be like, oh, well, I assumed this. Don't leave any room for assuming. You know what they say about assuming makes an ass out of you and me. So yeah, just make sure that you talk it all out, and then when everything's ready to be signed, you and your new employers will be happy and ready to go, and there will be no empty spaces. And if you think there's any jargon or anything that could be misinterpreted, make sure that your definition of it is in there so that you both are on the same wavelength. But I hope this helps, and I'll probably make another one of these because this one's pretty broad. But yeah, I guess one last thing proposal-wise. I don't know if you've ever taken an English class, but that would be a really big help with this. Start off obviously with the basic header where it has your company name, the client's name, and then you go into an executive summary. And they call it an executive summary just because it's basically a few paragraphs that explains the whole next 7 pages. Then you go into having a timeline. You're going to want to have a budget and have the budget labeled out kind of like an a la carte menu. That way if the client ever decides, oh, well, I can't afford all of this, you can be like, well, I don't really want to change my prices for you, but I guess we'll have to pick and choose. This is kind of like a shopping mall, like you don't go in there and barter with the salespeople. You pick what you want, and if you can't afford this, you wait till later and make a phase 1, phase 2. And then obviously you have places to sign the contract. It's really good if you have little marks for each page so that you can be like, well, obviously I didn't add a bunch of pages on here. You signed every single page proving that you read all of them. And then you can attach on a list of terms of service at the very end there. But I hope this helps, and if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. See you guys next time.